guys, Duncan73 here, and welcome back to Duncan's Fluffy World. In the last episode, we built a shopping mall. Now, in case you're wondering, why are we building a shopping mall? The point is, why am I building a shopping mall? It's to house all of my villagers, which I am going to use to trade with them. So, shop, basically. In this chest, I've given myself all the materials we need. So, that includes beds, villager eggs, since our villagers sadly died, plus everything that we need. And these carrots, don't worry, I'm not cheating in myself food. You can see the mall over there. So, in case you're wondering, well, first, I'm going to quickly, in this chest, deposit all of my stuff, since as I'm not going to really since I don't really need any of it. I'll take my pickaxe, and my axe, and my sword, just in case we encounter any baddies. So, this stuff will go towards the villager breeding farm, which is what we're going to be building in this episode today. Also, I actually want to try something. So, I'm going to show you guys a little feature that I've seen it exist, and it's been in Minecraft for a very long time. So, I'm going to show it to you. If you go to settings, and you go down to video, you'll notice this option known as HUD opacity. No, opacity. I'm such an idiot. You also see you got split screen, HUD opacity. So this is basically your surroundings. So, allow me to show you. By turning this down, so let's say I want to go to 50%, as an example. You'll now notice that my HUD has faded. But whenever I move an item, it comes back. So, we might as well mess with this for a bit. So, if we were to turn it down to the minimum, it's completely gone. Actually, I'll zoom in, you can kind of see it. So that's the HUD opacity. So, I was wondering if we should have it. So I'm going to set mine to, I want to know, do you guys like it? Basically getting rid of my HUD so it's not as bright, if that makes sense. So basically it fades, so you can see everything better. Tell you what, I'll put it down, just because it is kind of annoying, I suppose, the HUD. I'll put it down to 60. And that can also go down to 60. So, I'm going to edit a poll up on the screen now. Do you guys like the HUD fading? If you do like it and vote yes, then I will keep it this way. But if you don't like it, then vote no. I will put it back up to 100%. Anyway, so I might as well show you around the mall for those people who are new. Even though I'm not sure how many people are actually watching my videos, because I'm only a small YouTuber. So here's my entrance. So the point is, villagers are going to go into these little, these are going to be stores. So the point is, they're for villagers. There's a little walking space. So their walking space would be there, and their workstations would be there. So the point is, they can work and sleep, and I can trade with them because if you level villagers up enough, they can actually give you diamond stuff, which is kind of what I want, so I can, get a nice ice blade, or maybe even get a good enchantment for this pickaxe. So, in terms of building this, so we have quite a few things that we need to grab. So the first thing that is on my list of things to grab would be the first thing we need is scaffolding, because we are going to be doing a lot of ascending and descending, so basically going up and going down. So I need string, so I'm going to grab all my bamboo. I better not use it all. Okay, we can't make that much scaffolding. Ooh. Actually, I don't have a wood. And this wood I'm going to be using for the farm. So if I turn all this into scaffolding, I have 15 pieces of bamboo left. As far as I'm concerned, this should be more than enough scaffolding. What I'll also do is I'll actually plant some bamboo. Down. Beautiful. Alrighty. Ouch. So. Don't squish the crops. You know what's something? We actually haven't been paying much attention to all of my crops, so how about we change that? It must be changed. I don't get many beetroots these days. I could also see my bees. Hopefully they are being, no pun intended. Actually, last time I checked, I think they got some honey. We have some honey. So anyways, okay, odd pattern. In fact, these 4 beetroots will heal all my hunger. As for everything else, I'm not that bothered. Do we have food? Okay, we can't use these carrots because they're bad. They're for the villagers. So, I will simply chop away at all of my luscious melons. Cool. And my bees, there's 1 hive. I just remembered I deposited all my stuff. Sadly, I can't harvest that honey, which is sad. So in terms of where we are going to build the main... Okay, so the point... So here's what we're going to do. Do I not have any glass? Because I was actually going to use glass. So, okay, so the point is, there's going to be a 4-block gap here. The villagers and the baby villagers will walk out. So I'm building the thing all the way in the air, so what I need to do, if you don't know, let me show you. I've actually taken a screenshot. That's not the thing I needed. So that video was actually just something. So this is from a copy. I copied this world and I built this earlier. So you can see the coordinates that we need, and you can also see that we are at 180. So you need to go to 1076. So 1076. So 1076. Wrong thing. And 239. And conveniently, this is where we are. So is it this block? Yep. Okay. One thing that I'm kind of annoyed about is with the HUD fade. With my HUD fading, it also fades the coordinates. Okay, this is way higher than we need it to be. So the height of the block was 183. I need to plant this. My inventory is already full because I'm full of stuff. So the height we were on would be 183. Why this weird number? It's just weird because it is. So this is where we add the dirt. So in terms of the dirt, we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in case you're wondering, where am I getting this design? I'm getting it from a YouTuber named Wattles. His video showed on how to make an automatic villager breeding farm. I was in a bit of a pickle in terms of making... I was just in a pickle of how to breed villagers. Turns out to be a lot more weird than I ever thought. Turns out we're actually going to have a lot more dirt than I anticipated. So this is going to be the... almost fell. I've just given myself extra stacks of materials. What the... Oh, that's a bee. I was wondering what that was, but it was just a buzzy bee. So I assume the video was filmed back in August, so the Village and Pillage update was indeed out. Well, that's what you needed it to. Mamma mia. Let me just check. Right, first of all, I need to grab some stuff. The thing I want to grab right now is this glass bottle. Why? so I can finally harvest the honey off of my bees. I haven't harvested... I've harvested the honeycomb, but the comb is, other than making extra beehives, pointless. Okay, it's getting late. I think the bee is a bit drunk. Hopefully he knows how to return to the hive. Righty. Let's see, how good is this honey? There we go. Honey bottle. Whew. So this is going to be the villager farm all the way up there. So the thing is, baby villagers are kind of a pain in terms of them choosing things. Tell you what, I'm going to quickly cut ahead the video because I actually need glass. I need glass. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back and there are skeletons behind me. Okay, there's mobs everywhere. Right, up the scaffolding. So I've given myself all of this glass. Wait. Oh. I saw the button recipe book and I was like, what? So I clicked it and... So, please let there not be any mobs. So this farm, it's not the most complicated thing in the world. I actually, if necessary, have a photo of it so I can remember. So if I go here, so I can remember. So let me see. I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna do it exactly how Wattles did it. So the chute goes there. So that means I need to add the wood. Now we can't summon the villagers yet, because from my past experience, they actually. Oh. Turns out to only be 2 blocks. Thank God this guide exists. Without it, I'm lost, basically. So, I'm gonna have to sadly sacrifice 1 piece of glass, but we've got tons of glass. So I actually want to see... Ah! That scared me so badly. My gosh. Also, I just want to say an apology for the last video for saying... I'm not going to say it. It turns out what I said was inappropriate. It was a word. I don't want to do this, but I was... It seems like that... I don't want to seem like I'm advertising Wattles because of his videos, but without his videos, I'm basically blind. But what he said... But when he was listing all the villager jobs, the villagers that didn't have a job, he titled the word we don't speak of, and that's how he said it. Although all it is just villager without a job, really. So jobless villager. Okay. So I'm gonna copy basically his whole design, except I'm gonna be a bit more prettier and add these corners. We also need to add the other bits of wood. So the point is, so the idea of the wood is a little platform for the beds. So far this farm is coming together. Now, I am going to do a bit of a different... I'm actually really... I almost said something which was bad. Something very bad. Can't believe I almost said that. You don't need to know. Also, I want to apologize for something. I'm sorry if this video is in 720p and it's not in 60 frames per second. I don't know why Minecraft or just the Switch in general, like this bit. Me going up the ladder. As I see it directly on my TV, it's a smooth 60 frames per second. If you don't know what frames are, it's a bit hard for me to explain. Basically, they're to do with video. Now, my first video and my 6th video, I filmed them in 1080p. First video, I'll think my intro, and my 6th video, I simply copied my intro over from my first video over to my, so from first video to the sixth video, thumbnail, intro, and it worked. Okay. So here is going to be the, so this is going to be the, so if I so wanted to, I could summon in the villagers now, but it, to be honest, isn't worth it. Also, I want to say something. This video will be the, whoa. Glass is weird when you're holding it. But I want to announce something. This will be the last video of 2019. My first video I uploaded in October because I started YouTube at a very bad time, but I wanted to get it started. Just so you know, this will be the last video of the year. As of filming this, it is the 24th of December, 2019. So, the time is 10:47 p.m. I'm bad for staying up. Anyways, we're getting off topic. So, the next thing we need to do is place down So, I'm gonna have to sacrifice some dirt, but we now need to break these. What will these do? This is basically the villager... okay. Basically, this is the villager villagers will think that these trapdoors are solid blocks for you to stand on, even when they're open, meaning they'll fall in. Now, how's this? Now, I can take advantage of their silliness, by... Or I don't know why I'm doing this, but I could take advantage. By them being silly, grown-up villagers can't go through, but the babies can. Meaning my grown-up villagers will be sadly stuck here. I'm gonna have a total of 4. Why 4? For maximum breeding potential. So I'm not gonna summon them in yet because we still have a lot to do. First, I'm gonna place these beds in this sort of design, so this avoids them destroying crops. So the idea is all this dirt will actually be farmland. So it'll all be tilled. It'll be glorious. Now, why do I want tilled ground? It's simple. In fact, I'm trying not to fall in. At least I'm safe right now. So, the idea is, the villagers, in order for them to breed, need beds and food. All of them combined. So, in order for them to be happy, you just need to do this, basically. Alrighty. I now need the last... I think Wattles said to use 11 materials, but... looks like I always have a spare in case I make it bigger. So far, this is the villager design. So the next thing we need to add would be the workstations. Also, sorry if my voice sounds weird. It's because I'm constantly putting my arm in front to touch my phone to make sure it doesn't fall asleep. So now we need to add the workstation. So I've chosen... You need 2 composters. It's a necessity to have these. So these will allow you to get farmers, and farmers are the ones who harvest the crops. Very important. So far as I'm concerned, you need to place them here. Yes, I am indeed correct. So... What was that? Bro, hold on a minute. Did you actually hear that? It sounded like a device stopped recording. Bro. What? Okay, enough of that. I'm starting to get more paranoid in all my videos. I'm getting more and more paranoid. Actually, I'll be nice. We'll make the villagers... Let's actually be logical. We'll make it so they can access their barrels. I know I'm focusing too much on the aesthetic purpose, but... Alrighty. So the next thing you want... So the next thing you want to do is place a block, any solid block, on top of the villager workstations. What this allows you to do is it means that they can't jump up and ruin the cropland. So we've basically made the interior of the farm. It's really that simple. Now I need torches, and I need to actually make a system for the villagers too. So I've made an infinite water source for one reason. Alrighty, here's what we need to do. We need to build... I'm going to use all this glass, and if I run out of glass, I'll do the old creative mode trick. Also, am I hungry? No. Okay. So, whoa. Okay. We need to place a slab. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm an idiot. I now understand why you need the spare trapdoor and slab. It's easy, I'll say. Alrighty, so what I'll actually have to do is I'll have to move the scaffolding. So first, I don't want to sacrifice a... Alright, I'll use this dirt, so I can then place the slab down. The slab will contain the water. Alrighty. So now we'll hop down. So the next thing we would need to work on would be the tube. What tube, you ask? Alrighty. Should start to rain scaffolding. We will now pick all of this stuff back up, because we need to move it. So far the farm looks kind of odd, but you'll understand. So, what do I need now? Well, I think one thing we'll start doing is we'll start to build the glass tube. So this glass tube will be... So the idea is the villagers will fall into a puddle of water, and their goal is to basically just swim out into here, then they can escape there, and they'll be free, basically. Alrighty, so... okay, there's a couple of things we need. First, we need torches for... So what we'll do, we also need a hoe, so we can plow the ground and actually plant the carrots. There's a lot of things that we need to do. So the first one being... Okay, first we need my trusty iron hoe. I'll take some charcoal, and I can use my bamboo for sticks. Cool. The next thing we need is... Actually, I think that's really everything we need. I can sleep if I need to up there. Actually, doesn't look that bad. I'm impressed. I hope I don't run out of glass doing this, so... All I need to do now is just... pillar up. Grab my scaffolding, and... begin. I need to stop when it hits 8. So just stop. Cool. Perfect height. Huh. And hop over. Cool. Righty, so we now need to... Oop, wrong button. Make a couple of sticks. And make some torches. Righty, so we can light this place up so no baddies will spawn. Oh, we can also do that. We should also start plowing the ground. Okay, so this place is well lit up. So the next thing we need to do is add a bucket of water. I should have made an infinite water source. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. So now we place a trapdoor in the closed position so the villagers don't jump in and then get out and destroy the crops. So, hopefully my hoe will last. All we need to do now is just plow the dirt ground. What did I... Oh, I opened the water hole. while villagers can open regular doors, thankfully they can't open trapdoors. So it's a win. Cool. So now that that's done, I'm going to grab all my carrots. Also, we're getting hungry, so soon it will be time to eat the honey. I suppose we can work through the night, it doesn't really matter. So the next thing to do would be planting the crops. So we must plant all my crops. Now this farm doesn't work right away. As far as I'm concerned, it takes time. Goodness me. Alrighty, so every bit of this ground is covered in carrots, which is what we want. So these will begin growing. Okay. So, I suppose, because we have so much, I'll just use some glass. And the last thing that I would want to add would be a roof. So, tell you what, just because we can. Now, this villager farm, what we really need to get are 4 villagers up here to accept the jobs. It would be good to have an easy way up, I would say. Alrighty. So now we want to go one more layer up, and then fill in the ceiling. So by doing all this, this stops the villagers from destroying crops, and it will also keep them safe. I went with a glass design because I thought it would look cool, but in reality you could actually use any block that you really want. But glass would be a lot harder to collect. Because you would have to go to now. While I did cheat this in, there's actually a desert biome. You can see on my map, all the yellow, not the stuff that hasn't been filled in, but basically, it's a desert. I messed up my speech there. Anyways, so far, I thought that would happen. We're gonna, you know what? I've got tons of this dirt. I'm not gonna waste any more glass. So I'm just gonna nerd pile. I need to leave these carrots be. But I also need to summon the villagers, and should I do that now? I'll leave one little hole where I can summon them. Right, thankfully I can destroy. Alrighty. I'm gonna leave one hole open, so just one hole. Damn it. Glass. I need a silk touch, really. It's the #1 thing I need. But I also... I might crouch. Right. I'd recommend crouching. Just so you don't... just so you don't... fall. And ruin your crops. Alrighty. So this roof is simple. And thankfully there's also enough light from the torches and the glass. So now the main reason you would put a roof on is during a thunderstorm. If a lightning bolt strikes and hits one of your villagers, then they will turn into a witch and you won't be able to get the villager back. Okay, we are running out of glass. This is bad. Righty. So here's the hole. All we need to do now is put our villagers in. 1, 2. Seal it off. So they immediately go and choose their bed, and there you go. So this is basically it. This is basically the... Oh, there's another hole here. I might just go around and quickly check for holes. But this is basically it. This is a villager breeding farm. a very easy, a very easy and simple way of getting villagers. Now I can't sleep because that would kind of be rude. So the next thing to do would be add a... Righty, I'm gonna use more dirt because it seems to be the most disposable thing we have. Okay. So the next thing you want to do would be building the villager transport system. So we're gonna go... Well, how about we start with this end, since as it's closest. Righty. And don't worry about me wasting this dirt. I cheated it in, so... it doesn't matter. Okay, so... Well, this is gonna be another glass. I originally used wood, but, I hear a cat. I think my cats are... I think cats are actually spawning. Let's have a look. Are cats legitimately spawning already? I heard a cat meow. Oh no, maybe it spawned, but then it fell down my pit because there's no water or anything. Alrighty. I'm gonna use more glass, so I'm going with a glass design, but you could really use anything. Or should I use glass? Yeah, I'll use glass, so you can see everything. See everything happening. Although we're 40 blocks above my island. Okay. So, ready. The next thing I need to do is place a glass block, if I can. There. Yep. I think I might sneeze. Where's this cat? Where is this cat? Excuse me. I want to find this cat. Is that it? No. Did it spawn on the roof? I heard a cat meow. Oh, it's all the way down there because I forgot cats don't take fall damage. So I guess endless spawning cats. Something else that we want to do that would be a good idea. While the villagers... I guess they could start breeding at whatever point they want. Which is kind of a problem. But here's what I'm going to do. Just so... because... one thing I actually want to happen would be... I want to get 2 villagers up there before I full on put my farm into use. Which would be sending them down. Alrighty. So the next thing I want to do would be replace these with glass. Just got a YouTube notification. Okay. Not going to read it out because I want to keep my subscriptions private. Wait, is this... God damn it. Seems as dirt is indeed the most disposable thing, and I really don't care if I lose it all. I care if I lose all my glass. Come on. No, stop! I'm actually wasting glass. And I don't... I believe the villagers are up. So, they'll get to work. Although, I don't full on... Oh, I remembered I actually need to go here. Cool. My island, I know, back on the surface will be a complete mess. So I'm actually going to go all the way over to here. Right, the first thing I want to do is just quickly close all the trapdoors, so when baby villagers do come, when they do spawn, I just need 2 to spawn. So 2 to spawn. Okay, we've got 1 stack of glass left. This is bad. Thankfully, I still have a lot of... I can still move quite a bit. Alrighty, so this section is going to be a bit special. So this section, I can't fill in. Why? It needs to go down a block. So, I don't think my scaffolding will reach it. Oh, let's drink my honey. Interesting sound effect for drinking honey. Okay. Because I kind of... Don't die. Why? Why? Heard the cat. Actually... No, I'm not gonna steal anything from the aquarium. Wait, actually, could I steal a water block from... Do I need to be in the water? It's not letting me gather water. Why? Okay. So I can't gather water from the elevators. So the only other place I can get water would be here. When I run out of glass, when I get down to one glass block, I am going to... I will, First... Oh my god, there's 2! Cat heaven down here. Well, I don't want it to be cat heaven. Well, the cats will be contained into the shopping mall, so there'll be shopping cats. I really could have come up with a better idea for that name. Also, sorry if you hear weird noises in the background, that would be the fridge. The room behind me where I'm filming is indeed the kitchen. I don't know why I'm saying things about my house, but... I guess it just happens. Oh, actually, we will be okay. We don't have to waste any glass. Alrighty. So, thankfully... Alrighty. So we can have one solid wall. Alrighty. When I run out of glass, I will finish this thing in creative, because I don't have to give myself more glass. Plus, building in creative is easier. And now it's time for creative mode. Sadly. Also, I don't really need the water. Okay, so let's simply finish off the design now. And, might as well make it look neat. So we now add this. So this is kind of the water tube that will lead the villagers. Also, how are the villagers going? That guy doesn't have a job still. He's got one. So I'm just cracking my fingers on my controller because I wanted to, I guess. Right, let's get rid. How about we get rid of all the dirt, and I'll also see what I can do with the villager because he doesn't have a job, and I need him to. This part I fondly remember. All I do is just spam my plus button. Make her to the end. Because the keyboard appears. Alrighty. So they go in there. They go in there. Now, I'm just gonna place a bucket of water there. Okay. So it does indeed. Okay, that's where it stops. So it stops there. Hopefully that flood goes away. So it stops there. So, okay. This video is once again going to be very, very long, just like the other one. At least this time I don't have to worry about villagers. So tell you what, I think I'll do a time-lapse of me building this glass tube. So, okay, I'll show you what to do. For this bit, it's easy. All you need to do is break one block. Right, I don't care if my island gets flooded, because there's actually nothing underneath. So, all we need to do now is just build off and separate and make it so there's just one solid stream. Well, not when it's... I actually need the stream to be available. Okay, so we would now go down. Now, where's the tube? Oh, the tube's right there. So I think we've perfectly aligned everything. So now it's just a case of building up. So the stream, the baby villagers and cats will be pushed. There. I was just thinking of something funny. Sorry. So, this is the whole villager machine. So, it's incredibly easy. I would recommend you build it. Tell you what, I hate to do this, but I'm actually going to have to... Because that guy, he isn't working, and I actually need my villagers to work. So I'm going to attempt... I need two. In fact, I might as well do the whole setup that I need to do now in order for them to full-on work. So, summon him in. Okay, he's another fisherman. So these are the amount of villagers I had before. Oh, crud. I can't have... I need my villagers to be... Stop. Alright. Alright, the reason why I'm doing this is simple. I need to destroy that, so... Perfect. So the reason why I had to do all that, which I know it seems incredibly mean, but the reason why I need a farmer. Otherwise, if we don't have a farmer, then this guy won't get food. So, when he's ready, he can get to work. But, yeah, so I needed a farmer. Alrighty. So I'm gonna do a time-lapse of me building the mass... So that's the tube. I'll get rid of the scaffolding later. So, I'm gonna do a time-lapse of me building the tube. So, also... So, it's gonna have water at the bottom. Then you got that. So that's basically my tube. So this is basically going to be the tube. So a massive pipe that shall drop the villagers. So hopefully this automatic farm will work. So I'm going to do a time lapse. So begin the time lapse of me building this farm or this tube in 3, 2, 1, begin. Alrighty, we are back. Sorry, just had to readjust. But I built the tube, so basically it's just a massive glass tube. With the water stream flowing in, and the baby villagers and the cats will be pushed off. So what I need to do is I need to quickly set my time to day.
Set the time to 1,943,000.
So these so the farmer, I hope you will hopefully get to work on doing stuff. So my plan is, I have a little plan. I'm gonna both level these villagers up. So I don't want to wake villager, I actually want them to get all of their sleep ready. So this is the idea of the farm. It's literally that simple. You got the fish farms, then you got your things. So the villagers will breed. The farmer should hopefully gather these carrots, is the plan. Then, so the farmer should gather these carrots. Yes, they're awake. So let me see. What does this guy need? So if I just give myself a bunch of potatoes, my idea is I'm going to level these guys up to the apprentice. So right now they're the novice. But I know this is cheating, but I'm never going to trade with these guys. Okay. So I now need emeralds. So give me emeralds. Alrighty, now he's the apprentice, so we can leave him there. So the fisherman, you want string, so I'll stock up on my string. So just stock up. Oh, you can buy a bucket of cod. Alrighty. So now I need emeralds. And why not bundle? So there you go. So now they are both leveled up. So hopefully this farm works. You got enough beds, 2 villagers, both with jobs, and plenty of food they can gather. So that's basically my villager farm. So I hope that it works. Because if it doesn't, then that would be a huge failure. Alright, let me gather all the things I cheated. Righty, so all of these... Okay, the water buckets, I'm actually not going to cheat because I actually filled these up officially. Trust me. Then I'll give myself the emeralds. Yep. So. All of it's gone. So the last thing to do would be go back into survival mode. So one day I will have to go back come back up to open the trapdoors. And sadly there isn't a real easy way in. What I might do is off camera I think I might leave the switch running. Because I don't know if the switch actually automatically turns off. I might actually go to its settings and change it to never sleep. Because I mean, the only times I would leave it on would be while it's in docked mode. I would never leave it running in handheld mode. Okay, he's dead. So yeah, the plan is, also I've got cats on my island. So they spawn, they breed, then they will fall down the tube if everything goes to plan, and then they will come through here. Once they are through here, they should then escape and claim these as their own beds. So what I'll also do off camera, I guess, I will gather everything. I'll gather all the workstations and I'll put them in on camera. But anyway, so this is technically the final video of 2019. So 2019 was a decent year for me, but I won't go too in depth. And it was also, I also started doing YouTube videos. So, now there is one more video I'm gonna film, but that video is gonna come in. That will be released on the 1st of January 2020. So, how about we end it in my bedroom? So, overall, it's been a good episode. So, I guess we will end it. So, we built the farm. I will also see if I can leave the farm running off camera. So, I'll just leave my Switch running. I'll go into the settings. But anyway, so that's basically the end of, well, 2020, I guess. 2020? What? No, 2019. So, how about we end the episode? If you want, you can subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. My goal of subscribers for 2020 would be to hit 1,000, although it would seem highly unlikely, but I would be so happy if I could reach 1,000 subs. But as I'm saying, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. If you subscribe, you'll see there's a bell, and by clicking, tapping, or selecting the bell, depending on what you're using, being what device, like an iPad or a gaming console, whatever, you'll get notifications for an upload, but make sure you select all notifications. If you select personalized, you'll only get occasional notifications, so you don't want to select that. So select all. If you want, you can also like the video, which will add the video to your like videos playlist. But, anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you next year. Have a Merry Christmas. Now, I will say one thing. This video will be released after Christmas, so happy Boxing Day, I guess. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then happy holidays. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you next year. Bye!